know, it's interesting, when we were hanging out at your show last week, we had a great conversation about dealing with students.
Yeah.
This is why really wanted to sit down and talk to you, because you've really done everything. You know, you have your own band, you've done clinics where you had to explain things to people, you've done shows, you've written books, you've worked one-on-one with people. So you have a breadth of experience dealing with a lot of different types of people who want to learn music, and probably a lot of adults, you know?
Yep.
So you talked to me about, and I'm not telling tales, but no one knows who this is. I don't even know who this is. But you said there are certain students that you would get on Skype with, and they would say something. You'd say, what do you want to do? Or what is it? And they would say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that?
Yeah.
Am I getting it right?
No, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know.
They're like, I really, I don't know. I just, I want to get better, and I've seen some of your videos and I like what you do, and I just thought, maybe, and then they always like, well, can I play something for you? And then you judge me, and I'm like, well, that's not really how this works, but okay, and so a lot of times they'll play, and I'll be able to say, hey, your time is really good.
Yeah.
X, Y, and Z. I always try to be positive, but not lie.
It's like, nice hair. Here's what you got to fix.
Exactly.
Nice hair. Yeah.
And, but it's interesting too, because sometimes you get people and they just want to play for you because they want you to say how great they are. You know what I mean?
How do you figure that out? How do you know that this person's not going to take criticism very well? They just want affirmation.
It's not even a matter of criticism. It's like they'll do something and I'll go, man, that's really cool. Check this out to add to that. And then they'll just completely not try to do it. Because, usually if they're into it, they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. So you can add that,
Right.
And you get all kinds. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, to me, my thing is, if I was taking a lesson from someone like myself, you know, and I'd be like, well, I know he does these things, and there's these things that I can't do that he does. So when I get into the lesson, I want to say, hey, on that song, when you're doing this, what is that chord in this? You know what I mean?
Sure.
I would be very specific about what I wanted. But, again, if people want to take a lesson, I'm not going to, and someone was saying maybe I should have like a little criterion thing of like, here's the things you can ask to learn.
Right.
Or, but I just have a couple of questions locked and loaded. And then once they ask one question, I'll fill them up from there.
Right. Yeah, you can take the lead from it. But
exactly.
if you don't know where they're even coming from, it's one of those two schools of thoughts, because it's almost like, man, you should never ask a student what they want to do. You should know what they need by listening to them and going, okay, I think we can work on this.
Right.
But I think there's also a responsibility from the student, especially if they're a little older, to go, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to accomplish? And they'll probably state in strange and nebulous terms.
Right.
I want to feel my, they might not be able to articulate it specifically.
Right.
But I think you're right. The onus should be a little bit also on the student to prepare.
Right. Well, especially because my things are one-off. It's not like it's, I do have some students that will buy,
a series of lessons.
Yeah. And, but those are rare. Usually it's somebody coming in and I give them some stuff, and then maybe 6 months, 9 months later, they might do another one and so on. But usually they're just one-offs. So that's why I'm like, if I was doing for example, if I do a one-off lesson with Mike Stern, I would say, when you're comping in this environment, you put those cool chords in, what are some of those voicings?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that,
Right.
And there's plenty of students that do come prepared with that stuff, and then it's a blast. And then when you get excited and I start throwing some stuff out there, oh man, that's so cool, and then that's the best.
Yeah.
But conversely, when you get really excited and you want to show somebody something, and they're not willing to receive it.
Where do you think that comes from? Do you think that's insecurity?
I think it comes from hell. Is where
that is a instructor's hell.
I think I was telling you stories about when I taught at the college.
We had the good conversation about that. Hey, yeah, let's revisit that.